beats roar like thunder's cry. A flash of chrome as the seconds fly. Wind bites hard, but it fuels the flame. Every turn whispers my name. Chasing horizons, the thrill won't wait. Racing the future, it's a twist of fate. Every second burns, no time to waste. Chasing horizons, feel the endless chase. The stars blur, the lights ignite. We're outpacing time tonight. Grip the wheel, let the echo soar. The finish line's just a metaphor. Chasing horizons, the thrill won't wait. Racing the future, it's a twist of fate. Every second burns, no time to waste. Chasing horizons, feel the endless chase. Chasing engines scream through the neon haze. The road's alive in a fiery blaze. Tires whisper secrets to the night. Speed's the language, shadows take flight. Chasing horizons, the thrill won't wait. Racing the future, it's a twist of fate. Every second burns, no time to waste. Chasing horizons, feel the endless chase. Metal beats roar like thunder's cry. A flash of chrome as the seconds fly. Wind bites hard, but it fuels the flame. Every turn whispers my name. Chasing horizons, the thrill won't wait. Racing the future, it's a twist of fate. Every second burns, no time to waste.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to our third round of the PHG World Series Finals. I am joined by my colleagues in the booth here with me this afternoon. We have Oak and Mr. Casual. Oak, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good today. It's a holiday weekend. Hopefully, everyone's having fun. How are you doing today, Slomo?
You know what? I am doing wonderful. We've got a couple incredible races queued up for the afternoon. So hopefully everybody's got us set up on their pool TVs or got the barbecue pits rolling. Mr. Casual, how about you? How are you on this holiday weekend?
Well, funnily enough, I didn't even realize it was a holiday weekend until this morning. But that being said, I'm doing all right. Had work this morning, but the weather hasn't been too bad, so that's always a plus.
Yeah, we've got some beautiful weather queued up, and ironically, we've seen some tricky weather in the past with some of the races, but today it looks like the forecast is going to be clear. So I'm sure the racers are just tickled to hear that forecast for them. Obviously, we enjoy the a little bit of everything, but some nice weather is going to be welcomed for these guys today. So before we get into too many race details, let's stop for just a second and thank our sponsors. First of all, Lithograph Comics. They're not just a store, they're rather a comic book enthusiast who's been bringing awareness to the hobby and the comic book collecting community. They're located on Instagram. You'll find Greg. He also goes by Litho. He's going to be sharing comic book history and stories and all his personal collection, which spans an incredible 35 years plus on his comic book journey. That's Lithograph Comics. You can check him out on Instagram. And also, we have another incredible sponsor this season in Vexed Graphic Design. You may recognize some of their work as they did a lot of support for us this year with some of the production items that we have. So, big shout out to both of our sponsors. Thank you so much for making this PHG World Series happen. We appreciate you guys. So, before we get into the qualifying with all of our drivers today, Mr. Casual, do you want to talk us through the race details, please?
Of course. So, as you can see, we're in round 3 of the season 2 finals, where we find ourselves deep in the forest, and we're going around 25 times with times 2 tires with mandatory racing hard and racing softs. But that means if you want to, you could use mediums, but we'll see how everyone goes. We have times for fuel and group 4 machinery.
Yeah, with that tire and that fuel ratio, do you think it's going to be it doesn't seem like that's a really high tire wear, so maybe not so much of a
Yeah.
problem with the softs. You'll get, pretty good life out of those. Do you think this comes down to a fuel saving race for anybody?
I think it'll actually end up being more about fuel than anything else, because, like you said, it's only times 2 for the tire wear rate. So I don't think even something, say, like the Viper might not have too much of a problem, but that if you're in a car that needs to be revved out, then you might have to short shift. So something like the McLaren would do better in that aspect since it's a natural short shifter.
Yep, that's a very good point. Oak, what do you think some of the keys to today's race are for these drivers?
I think as always, today's race, I think will be mainly about keeping it clean. Just racing your race overall. I think it'll be a big thing in this race. With the hards and the softs being required, I think the strategy will get a little bit all over the place. I think many people are going to be running a lot of different strategies. So whatever works best and keeping it clean. And I think these drivers will get a good finish today.
Yeah, agreed. I always love good strategy races, and it looks
Hmm.
like this could be one with the hards and the softs required. Who's taking what when? How many laps are you pushing your softs? There's a lot of different approaches these drivers can take. But without further ado, let's take a look at our driver lineup. Oak, do you mind running us through our drivers for today? And we've obviously got 2 races, so double duty there.
Yes, sir. So for this second split, we are going to have Papa Oso, Banana, SPC, Shaggy Doo, Slowpoke Rods, Sheldologist, Velvet Thunder, Cornbread, Jazam, Ecstasy, Fernando Beat, Real Shanman, KP, and Josh 76.
Yeah, and you can obviously see the respective manufacturers over there on the left. These are our point standings currently. So these guys have this week and then also next week to try and secure enough points to take home the PHG World Series title. So, we saw a really good showing from Velvet Thunder last week. Obviously, he put a pretty pretty solid victory in there to get himself bumped up in the points. Just looking at these standings, Mr. Casual, is there anybody you expect to do very well today? Maybe jump up into the mix of things, or any surprises you think could happen from today's races?
I think with this kind of track, I think we could actually. I think Nissan and the GTR could be a good shout because that's a handling car, and obviously you got the big straight, but most of this track is like handling section, so then GTR could be pretty good, I would think.
Yeah, Oak, how about you? Anybody you expect to do, well based on their manufacturer specifically?
I think those, as always, I think the Genesis has a good
Yeah,
shot
I
today.
agree.
Of course, those all-wheel drive cars are really, really, overpowered on this game, if you want to say.
Hmm.
So I'd probably expect the Lamborghini and the Genesis to be up there.
Hmm.
But of course, we've got Jorge Racing today later, so I'm gonna go with BMW to just keep it off the OP section of things.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, when you're talking off the OP, I'm also kind of going to watch out for like the Toyota, or as Mr. Casual mentioned, the McLarens down there. They certainly have a chance to do well at this track. I mean, for me, this is a really fun track. Forward, reverse. I really don't care. I like it. I like it both directions. The GR4 seems almost perfect for this. So it's going to be kind of an exciting race if I had to bet. We've got
Yeah.
two of them that are going to be stacked up, and obviously we saw a lot of competition last week. One person we didn't necessarily mention yet is Jazam, who's going to be running double duty in both races. It looked like that may have been an advantage to him last week. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think for him, he was able to get a good amount of time on the track last weekend. So he got pretty comfortable and he was able to make passes. He's able to get comfortable and just really get the feel of the track.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is between those two races, there's not a whole lot of people in that I would want to see in my route, to say the least. But looks like the drivers are in the cars and ready to get qualifying started. So we will take a look at the track here and get to check out everyone's liveries this week.
Nice. Ooh,
Starting off with the Banana Mobile.
Yeah, it looks like a Bill sign, sort of livery.
SEHR? H&R?
Using the colors from Bill sign. Okay.
Shaggy does a quick pit reset. He didn't want us to see it.
Yeah.
There is Mist Covington, also known as Velvet Thunder or Tuzzenbox. He's got a rap. He's got a bunch of aliases going there.
Oh yeah, he's running something else this weekend. He usually runs the black and the purple stripes, but I guess he went with white.
There's Sheldologist and the Nissan. That's a sharp-looking Lambo there with Papa Oso.
Oh yeah, with that lime green.
That's sharp. I like it.
The Monster Mobile with Ecstasy. Clean look there.
Not bad.
Are y'all a fan of Monster?
Cornbread Racing. Teen Monster, look at that Coca-Cola. Love it.
I myself got Rockstar Fruit Punch. But Monster's not bad either. But yeah.
Those drinks are terrible for you. Give it up.
To be fair, I'm not like most people who will be like, I gotta have one every day. I was like, no. I just drink them whenever I think I might need some extra energy.
I love the Dr. Thunder livery there. That's awesome. Slowpoke rods. Little Walmart tag to boot. There's SPC, who is looking to maybe be the enforcer today. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I was going to say he's missing a light bar, but I see he added like a makeshift light bar.
Yeah. And Fernando.
I see him grinning.
I think I saw a little beehive sticker there. That's a sharp looking livery.
He loves the chaos.
Johnny Walker,
That's his
Oh yeah.
Nasty,
one
and
day soon.
a classic PHG livery. Look at that guy. I like that a lot.
All right, I like it better since it has gold on it.
Rainmaker, why you gotta
Shaggy said nope. That's twice. All right, there we go. Look at that guy.
every race?
Okay.
Very nice.
Oh yeah. I like the pink accents to it.
Yeah, that looks
It's a
really
nice
good.
fit.
All right. Yes, let's see. Bananas. Going to be crossing line with what? 35-2. Oh, Miss Covington to 35 flat.
Yeah, you know, as these guys start to put down their first hot lap, you are going to see that leaderboard shake up quite a bit. So, you know, I wonder if anybody's trying to maintain tires early in the qualifying, kind of get themselves a nice little bank lap up there, or see how this plays out, and then push it a little bit harder.
Yeah, see, Cornbread is currently provisional pole. Almost a 34, but yeah. We'll start seeing 34s by the end of this.
And we're going to jump on board with Cornbread for a little bit in that Mazda.
You know, that Mazda is I'm surprised how good it's been able to be in this track. You know, I jumped in a few practice lobbies with these folks, and I always saw that Mazda towards the top of the field. So in this race, I think Mazda has a good chance as well.
Yeah, the scary part is how long was it? Like almost OP in like Group 4 because
it was
like,
quite a while.
They added it, and it was like, hello, this car is too good, and it was like, what? They're a sponsor.
Yeah, fair play to S to C for jumping out of Cornbread's way there. That was very good sportsmanship. Cornbread is on a flyer. He was purple through the first three sections, and there it is. There's a 134.338 from Cornbread.
Yeah, I think Papa Oso had like a 34.8 or something, and then Cornbread.
There is Papa Oso and that good-looking Lambo.
Yeah,
not quite, it's not quite TK-esque, but it, you know, that green and orange goes well together.
It sure does.
But Lambo should do pretty well here since it generally has pretty good rotation on it. So handling shouldn't be too
Mr.
bad.
Casual, to the point you were making about the Mazda, I feel like the Lambo has really come up in the in the choices that you can make. Where, you know, now granted there can be some tracks where the Lambo just isn't as great as it is some of the other cars, but it's really a very competitive all-around vehicle right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, Lambo has kind of fluctuated between meta and like top tier over the course of this game.
See what Papa Oso can do across the line here. I think he was slightly behind, but let's see if he improves this lap.
So it looked like he put up a 35, but didn't make an improvement on that one. As we jump on board with Velvet Thunder or Miss Covington.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm saying that right. I heard him explain it. Mist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, that is also a character in his story that he's got out. I believe you can get that on Amazon.
Yes, so he is a book writer, in fact. So he does a lot of book writing.
When these finals are over, he will be sorely missed.
He is
Also,
taking that Viper places though. He is P4, so
yeah, he's making that Viper do stuff, man. Whew.
Yeah,
That thing, every time I get in it, it wants to kill me.
he's what 7/10 off. So he's like got 35 flat so far. I think he could probably improve, but how much he'll improve? Maybe. Ooh, he's up 2.5 tenths going through there, so that would bring him to what, maybe like 0.7.
yeah, I think it'll bring him maybe into a podium standing here if he can continue the good lap that he's on. A little bit of oversteer there, but he was able to survive it.
You know, and starting position in this race can be really, really important as you deal with that hairpin turn, and I mean it can be tricky. So I think starting position can really help you out.
Oh,
Jumps
okay.
up from 4 to 3, very nice.
All right.
A nice improvement there.
And looks like we're going to get maybe one more, maybe, I don't know if we'll get 2 more laps out of anybody, but I know we'll get one.
Yeah, I think one more is on the board here for these drivers, so they're gonna have to lock in and make no mistakes on their last lap. He does have slowpoke rods right behind him though, SPC, as he may get in the way if slowpoke is going faster, but
And Slowpoke looks, oh no, I'm sorry, we're aboard SPC, who is purple through that section.
let's see if he improves through here. SPC is a pretty fast driver, especially with that Genesis. You know, it's definitely not no slouch around here. So
Yeah, important to
especially
get a
with that
good
all-wheel
exit
drive.
there for the straightaway. That looks like both drivers have done that. You definitely would love to have somebody kind of right in front of you to be able to take advantage of that slipstream if it's there here.
He's no longer purple, but he is 1/100th faster than his previous fastest time.
Okay.
See what he could do on this last hairpin coming onto the back straight. As Miss Covington, he is slowing down on the track, giving him way.
Yeah, it looked like he may have had an issue there.
Yeah. Let's see what he does on his final flyer.
And he's going to stay in 4th place. Looks like we're going to get a replay. Miss just couldn't get the power down, I don't think.
Ooh, he got onto that AstroTurf.
I guess he just missed it, huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying. And that will wrap up our qualifying for today. Oh, wait, is Ecstasy still on a hot lap? Okay, I'm sorry.
I think he is the last one to come across the line here. He is. Let's see what he is here. So he's down 2 seconds, so it more than likely won't be an improvement.
Probably. Since I think he's automatic driver like Shaggy is.
Yeah, and just to give you a little bit of insight there, it looks like, you know, for example, he ran about 7 laps on his softs, and it doesn't look like they're tore up too bad. So I think the softs are going to last these guys for a little bit longer than some of the races where you see you getting, you know, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 laps. So how long do you think these guys can push a set of softs on this race?
After what, 7 laps? Looks like you could nearly go almost the entire race, possibly. But I think fuel will probably determine on how long they actually end up going.
Yeah.
So what you could do if you're starting towards the back, you could theoretically start on hards, go however long you need to, which car dependent, obviously.
Well, and to your point, we'll get into some of that strategy here in just a second. Let's go through our qualifying results. So in P1 on our starting grid will be Cornbread with a 134.338. Coming in second, we have Papa Oso in the Hurricane at 134.856. So about a half second back on that one. Miss Covington in the Viper, 134.884. Not too far off of Papa Oso's time at all. There is that Genesis with PHG SPC and a 134.965. Slowpoke Rods in the Porsche. Oh boy, that's a good car here, I believe, in the 135.019. So followed by the GTR with Shell Dologist at the wheel, 135.256 for his qualifying time. Just under a second off the leader there. Then we have Ecstasy in P8 in the 650, 135.277. Datto in the Toyota at 135.382. So I think if he has a good race, he could certainly surprise us and potentially move up the grid in that Toyota here. Then we have Shaggy in the Italia, the Ferrari, 135.655. Fernando in the Corvette at a 136.315. And Nasty will round out our grid in the Mustang GR4 at 136.396. So I don't know that there's a ton of surprises there, although, kind of, Oak, as you mentioned, I'm a little surprised that the Genesis wasn't a little higher. Maybe didn't get quite the laps he wanted. I didn't quite catch what the wind direction was for these guys on that one, but there's a lot of things that can happen once you get into the race and into the curvy sections. And Mr. Casual, to your point, if there's tire differences. So, Oak, I'm going to start with you. What strategy are you going here if you're, are you starting on the softs if you're in the front and going to the hards if you're in the back?
Yeah, I think maybe the front runners, I believe, will start on softs, because I think that's more the obvious choice. And then more towards the back, you'll see kind of the hard runners. But, I really don't see a time difference with the hards and the softs towards the end of the race. So, I think it's just a matter of where you start and where you plan to be in this race. So that's my view on it. What are your predictions? What are your strategy predictions?
If you're asking me, I mean, I'm one of those people who likes to start on the soft compound in the beginning of the race. I'm gonna run it until I'm not comfortable, and then I'm gonna go ahead, switch, fill up, and go from there. So I know Mr. Casual was talking about starting on the hards, and that I personally think that's a really good strategy. Obviously, if you know what you can get out of a full tank, you can kind of work backwards and go, okay, I gotta, I can't pit any earlier than X. Run your hards, and then take your softs, and you may be more competitive towards the end of the race. So I think both those thoughts are really good strategies, and obviously that's why we run the race. We got to see how these guys approach it and how it all plays out. One accident here can make an enormous impact on the final results. So we will see if these guys are able to go clean throughout their race today. Man, I think we're about ready to get on track. Before we do that, be sure to like and subscribe to the T-Case channel. T-Case is doing our production back there today. Thank you, sir. Everything is awesome as usual. One of the best in the business when it comes to this side of it.
All cars to grid positions. All cars to grid positions.
It looks like we have the cars on track, ready to get our rolling start going here for 25 laps at Deep Forest.
Good luck, racers.
And they are rolling here. So the PHG World Series round 3 is underway. It looks like everybody is kind of filing in line, which you generally can see sometimes from the rolling starts, although I've said that before and it can change quickly. So we'll see if anybody tries to make any aggressive moves on turn 1. It looks like I don't see anybody too wide back there, so they are tending to stay in place. We ride along board with our pole position setter, Mr. Cornbread, who is currently, he's got a Lamborghini pretty much on his tow bar there. I mean, Papa Oso is right there, followed by Mist, PHG, SPC, Slowpoke, the list goes down. These guys are just keeping it close. I wonder if we're playing the long game here. So it looks like Cornbread is on the softs. Papa Oso is gone with the softs. Can we get a look at everybody's tires here?
think
So the front 3 are on softs, front 4, 5, 6.
7.
STC being our first hard tire runner.
McLaren as well. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So the back runners starting from 7th are on the hards. I think 10th just passed Fernando.
Okay, so it looks like these guys are almost going by the book as we see Fernando putting a little bit of pressure on Gatto there. You said, I think he just got by him, so Fernando trying to get that position back as quickly as possible. Gatto is jumping in tow there with Shaggy, taking the inside line.
Yeah, I was going to say
just a touch wide, and these guys are going into the curvy section. Go ahead, Mr. Casual.
I was going to say part of the reason why I would start hards is you'll burn off some fuel. So when you're
a little bit of contact there from Gatto to Shaggy.
Yeah, it looks like there was some net code movement around, so that may have played a role. But yeah,
seemed like no harm, no foul. I don't think anybody got knocked off too bad. We're going to take another look at that here.
Yeah,
you can see he is trying to keep as close as he can to Shaggy. Here we go into this sharp right-hand turn. Shaggy heavy on the brakes and little bump. But
yeah,
and it did look like Gatto lost a position. Fernando snuck by as that happened. And here we go. It looks like
difference from. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah, missed taking up the second position from Papa Oso as he jumped to a nice clean pass on the inside there. That was inside, right? We'll take another look at it here. Yeah, there you go. Missed jumping to the inside. Kicking that apex, making sure to get the power down in the right way, and he's out. Well done by Velvet Thunder there.
I expect the first turn and last turn to be most of our moves being done.
Yeah, I know. That's what's fun about this race is you plan that, and then you get into some of the other turns. If somebody runs wide or they're too heavy on the brakes, you almost have to drive by them. So we could see some other moves depending upon what happens. Yeah, and if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see our track map. You can see the gap beginning to form from the soft runners out front back to the hard runners. And that is substantial. What are we talking about? 7 seconds right now? That's incredible.
Yeah, that looks to be about 7 to 10 seconds or so.
Banana gets caught a little bit outside there. It looks like it's going to be just fine. He's going to get that pass done. I'm sorry. I thought he was getting hung out there. From the camera view we had, that was really smooth by Banana. Camera view made it look fun. So we'll jump on board with Slowpoke rods. Banana's taking a little bit of a defensive stance there. Taking that inside. Oh, little accordion. Slowpoke seemed to do a good job getting on the power there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's peeking left. He's peeking right. He really, here we go back to Mr. Casual's point. Is he going to make a move in turn 1 or is he going to get stuck behind Banana? Will Banana go defensive is another question. So that's a great view there for it. He's going to peek inside. No. He was not quite late enough on the brakes. Banana was a little late on the brakes.
Yeah.
And I think we might have another look at Banana's overtake here. So you see he is back behind Slowpoke and just keeping himself on the rumble strip so he didn't get a pen there and was able to sneak right by Slowpoke rods. That was really nicely done on the outside of that turn.
Yeah.
Jumping back on board with Banana as he tries to hunt down Sheldologist for his next move.
Let's see. He's not settling for a PC. He's looking for more.
We've seen Banana do some pretty incredible runs, so he has it in him. Checking back up with the front, not a whole lot shaken up there. Cornbread, Miss Covington, Papa Oso in the top 3.
Yeah, that gap on the track map is getting ever bigger, lap by lap.
That's a pretty substantial difference. So, with that being said, that makes me think the guys that started on hards
Should be,
might be wondering right now if they made the right decision.
yeah, because if you're on hards too long, then it doesn't matter. So,
And if I remember correctly, this is not the longest pit in the world, right?
Yeah, this pit on this track is shorter than most, but it's still you'll still lose a bit of time with it, but it's definitely not the longest. It's
Okay.
definitely not like Spa.
Yeah,
or Le Mans.
depending upon where the refuel rate is, that you can get in
Yeah.
and get out pretty quick. As we see Ecstasy
Okay.
making a nice little smooth little overtake there.
As we see, Banana does have a penalty in 5th place. He is
He must have ran
number
wide
some track
somewhere.
position.
Little half-second guy, huh? Looks like
Okay.
turn 1 maybe.
Yeah, it might have been turn 1.
Yeah, because the turn 1 just naturally throws you wide, and if you go all the way wide, yeah, that's where you'll get that half second.
Yeah, so Banana did get the pass on Sheldologist done. We didn't quite get to see that, but it looks like he may be giving that spot back if he serves his half second. Sheldologist is right there, so there he goes. And Slowpoke is going to take that spot as well. So Banana losing 2 positions with a quick half second.
Yeah, that's not ideal. So
little wiggly there, but able to get the power down and keep it moving forward. Jumping back up to the leaders, you see that Cornbread is pulling away just ever so slightly from Mist in that Viper, and Papa Oso and SPC are not far behind either. So the front is spacing out just a little bit, 1.3, so probably not getting a whole lot of slipstream opportunities there for Mist, but he is going to try and close that gap as he can. Coming into this fun little curvy section. Go ahead, Miss Casual.
Wondering if SBC behind Papa Oso, wonder if he will try to work with Papa Oso or if he'll try to look for a move. Because I could see him trying to maybe slow down Cornbread. Because you leave that Mazda to its own devices, it's going to try and run away.
And it looks like that's what he's trying to do. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I always want to work with the other drivers, and they're always your buddies till they're not, right? So
yeah, that's
as long as you can.
That can be the annoying thing in some races online. Not necessarily maybe PHG stuff, but it's like the sport mode stuff. You'll get people that are just looking to send it every turn. They're like, "Come on, dude, have some racecraft."
Look at those guys stacked up there for 2, 3, and 4. My goodness.
Yeah. So it's getting spicy up there, and you got an identical group just behind those 4. So if that second mini group works together, they can catch up, and so this could be pretty spicy.
Just a great example of how tight the racing has been through this World Series. With really putting people up against comparable competition, bringing some absolutely exciting races, and it looked like Banana tucked inside, snuck right by Slowpoke on turn 1 there. That was quick, efficient, and man, that was clean.
That's what you like to. That's what you like to do as you're heading into T1. You want to try and make moves. All right. Make it as clean as possible and without too much difficulty, so you're not losing too much time to the next car.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been a touch of contact through that, but everything seemed to work out no problem. PHG Banana was just jumping in and catching that slipstream and maybe didn't quite get out of it as quickly as needed. Back in P8, we have Shaggy Doo, who is kind of on an island by himself. He is a hard runner, but he's starting to pull away from Fernando. Got a nice 3-second gap from him
to that no man's land.
Corvette back there. Although once we see those soft runners start to come in, obviously that is going to change the gap, I would imagine. So the guys in back here are not too far apart, other than Shaggy starting to pull away as well. So it looks like we may have a little
Ooh.
competition for the long game on some of this. Now,
Has
one.
slowpoke rods. He just crashed and he did accumulate a 1.5 second penalty.
Oh no.
He is in 7th, so he
Ooh, ouch.
might have lost a couple positions there.
Walk us through it, Oak.
So I think he comes into the hairpin. He might have gone a little too much on the gas. Yeah, as he goes a little wide and gets that turf.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate to see from.
It is, and you can see he talk about no man's land, Mr. Casual. He is in an island right now by himself. Although that is clean air, right? So the point I was getting ready to make is, you see all these guys who are tucked behind the folks in front of them. Probably more of an impact on the runners on the soft compound than it is the hards, but running in that dirty air is going to tear your tires apart. And now you see that Miss Covington has closed the gap on Cornbread, being just about 3/10 back. So I guess we saw him start to get a little bit of a gap, but that has closed in.
Yeah. See, SBC's what is it, Constantina effect, or as you've seen, the old reliable ping pong physics there, but we seem to be fine for the most part.
And if you look at Cornbread's tire wear, that does not look terrible considering that he's just finished his 9th, or just started his 9th lap there.
Yeah. Oh.
And it looks like Velvet Thunder's going to try to make a move up the inside on turn 1. He's got the momentum, he's got the speed, and I think he is going to have that done by the time we get to the. Well, I guess I'll stick my foot in my mouth, because look at that Mazda go when you get into the corners. Whew.
Goodness me. All right.
Take another look at that. I think somebody went into the pits. I'm sorry, I missed who it was.
Yeah.
Might have been Shaggy.
Oh, Shaggy went in. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, Miss had exactly a Viper's width up there, but that compromised him too much on the exit of the T1, and Cornbread managed to power his way back through.
Yeah, the legs on that Mazda just ran him right by, which that's tough. It's always hard when you're door to door with somebody and you can't do anything but watch them pull away from you. So there is our top 4 all packed up. Sheldologist is just a little bit back with Banana. Slowpoke Rod still somewhat by himself for a little bit.
Yeah, it's just 2 of them right now.
And there is Shaggy on those soft compounds. He's got himself a full tank of fuel, so I would imagine he has done his homework and knows how long he can run those compounds. Obviously, in the past, we have seen Shaggy run the tread off the tire, and I'm not kidding. So let's see if that's his plan for today. P10 Datto.
All right.
Oh, and he just acquired. So did Nasty behind him. They got themselves a little half-seconder. See if we can catch what happened here. Looks like maybe wide. Yeah. Okay. That's unfortunate. Well, we didn't see him go wide, but I would imagine maybe he caught it coming into the turn.
Possibly.
For Nasty, unfortunately. So back up to the front 4. Look at these guys. Woohoo!
Yeah, these guys are scrapping. It's a 4-way battle for first right now.
It is.
Yeah.
You make one mistake and you're going to be back in the back of the pack, wishing you could catch up. These guys are taking off. Tires look pretty good. I mean, what do you guys expect them to run the soft 20 laps now? I mean, half a tank, I guess, is what we're seeing at SPC, so that's the deciding factor, back to your point, Mr. Casual.
Yeah, I was going to say, if fuel wasn't a factor, I would say you don't really want to... if the soft tires get to the point where the hard becomes faster, then you need a bit before that. But looking at some of their wear, like SPC's tire wear, he probably could easily go all the way to what? Maybe anywhere from, I say, 18 to lap 20 before he might need to.
Yeah, just look at the consistency, even with SPC back in fourth position with their lap times here. Maybe in between a half second, kind of either way. Oh, we got a little bit of contact. Missed able to recover. What a great save that was by Mist. That could have gotten very ugly very quickly, keeping himself into P2. And I think there was nothing there but incidental and just a different braking point maybe between the cars.
I think I'm wondering how, as we look back on this, ooh boy.
Oh, there might not have been contact. Maybe just a little slippy with the Viper. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm wondering if SPC might be in a good position when they go on to the hards, because you know how good its acceleration is. So I'm wondering. Because he's been patient so far, SPC.
Oh, and there you see Velvet Thunder, who is faking the pit. Oh, psych!
little clever play from Miss Covington there.
All right. Will we go for it? No,
Papa also looks like he's been kind of eyeing a move up, but hasn't quite decided to make it yet.
Yeah, they all, to their credits, have been playing it smart so far. But I'm wondering, like, how long will that last?
Well, I am a big fan of the patient game, and sometimes you just wait for them to tell you when it's time to pass. When you're in a situation like this, buddy. Woo.
Yeah, because when you're racing against people that are like just constantly go for it, it's like, all right, now you need to chill out.
Yeah. You don't have to dive every turn. Make a clean pass. See how that goes.
Sometimes when you come across those people, it's better to just let them ahead. And it's like, okay, fine. You want it that bad? Go ahead.
Well, and you know what generally happens? They wreck on the next turn, so you drive by them again anyway. And you see Sheldologist and PHG Banana, who are a little bit further back there, but again, those tires don't look terrible. I'd probably be running them for a couple more laps if it was me.
Yeah.
Sheldologist with the lower of the two cars fuel down to a quarter of a tank, so looks like 12 laps on 3/4, so he could probably get 2-3 more laps than you would imagine.
Yeah, you probably, if he wants to go as long as he can, he probably could do maybe 3 before he starts feeling that painful tire wear.
Yeah, and for example, look at the difference in the fuel management for the Lambo there. As we look at Papa Oso's gauge, just under half a tank.
Yeah.
Still up in the top 3, and man, those tires don't look as bad as Sheldologist.
Yeah, that looks to be about maybe 40. So that's about maybe about 43%.
Are you talking the gas or the tires?
Was looking at Papa Oso's gas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it looks like he's only about a third down on the tread. And yeah, I would agree with you. I think that's in the 40s there.
Oh, it looks like Cornbread accumulated a half-second penalty in first place. He's going to be on the back foot now with Mist getting past him now. So he isn't going to serve it this lap, though.
No, it'll be the next lap.
But he is pretty close. As Mist goes around the outside.
Yeah.
Little contact, but they keep it clean for the most part.
As you see Papa Oso eyeing that spot up again.
Yeah, Cornbread's penalty did increase to a 1 second penalty now, so he is going to lose a few places depending on where he is.
So it looks like he must have definitely missed something there on that last turn as well. I didn't quite catch which side of the turn it was on.
Yeah.
There is Papa Oso eyeing that move up, so he's door to door with Mist coming into turn 1. Going to try and tuck himself in behind Cornbread and steal that P2 away from Mist.
That might be a pin for Mist.
I was thinking that. I hope it is not. Let's see. I think, yep, it was, unfortunately. So we are going to have a shakeup here at the top of the grid once we get to the penalty section. Hopefully
that
nothing
means-
happens before then.
Yeah, that means Papa Oso is going to be our leader going in.
If he doesn't take the lead before then.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll see. Because, yeah, that 1 second pin for Cornbread is going to be painful.
It is. And I mean, what an exhibition these guys are putting on as far as how this is done. Clean. Yes, they've had a couple penalties, maybe even a little bit of paint traded. But man, just putting on an absolutely incredible show here today.
All right.
So here we go.
Okay. Clear. And SBC's into second.
Yep. So after all is said and done, Cornbread is going to settle into third with Miss Covington potentially staying in fourth. I don't know if it's going to change. It does not look like it will just yet.
Okay. Yeah, quite the lead Papa Oso has now. He's managed to gap SPC a bit.
Yeah, he's putting a little bit of space in between him and the guys behind him. How long can he hold that out before he's got to go? Oh, and we've got Miss going around one side and turn one with Cornbread, but as we said before, I don't think that Viper has the legs to get it done once you're coming into this section.
Yeah, battle of the FRs.
Yeah, these two have been going at it all race. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is the Mazda, is it a front-wheel drive? Because those front tires are cooked.
Yeah.
They are.
But those
Mazda
back tires seem pretty good.
Is a front-wheel drive car.
Yeah, look at those back tires. Fine. Go into the pits and just swap them. Put the front backs on the front and so on.
Yeah, like if you use that car on the oval, literally the rear tires are ice cold.
Wow. There's not a whole lot of weight on the rear end of that car, unfortunately. It can get slippery in real life.
Yeah, so kind of a little spread out, but not too terribly spread out.
No, now the next question is, when are we going to see the front pack start to hit the pits? That's what I'm wondering. Taking a look through the grid here, you'll see Fernando currently in P10.
Yep.
And he's a little bit by himself.
Yeah.
Yep, he has gone into the pits, got that soft compound on that beautiful looking Johnny Walker Corvette. And he's going to go ahead and warm them tires up.
So
Papa Oso, yeah, in the lead.
Papa Oso, I'm looking at fuel, SPC's fuel there, and it looks like if he's not in this lap, he probably will be in this lap. But I would imagine he's going to be.
It has to be, yeah.
Yeah.
That Genesis guzzles fuel. Can we take a look at Papa Oso's fuel real quick? Yeah, there you go. There's the difference.
23%. So yeah,
I would imagine he's going to do at least one more lap, maybe two, compared to we're going to have to see.
Yeah.
Going to see that Genesis in the pits, I would imagine.
Yeah. So I think he would wish he had more fuel, but I think situation is going to dictate it. So
and Miss Covington is just doing everything they can to find a way around that Mazda. That's one of the widest Mazdas I've seen in a long time.
Okay.
He's just able to drive right back up in front of him.
SPC.
Okay, so we have our first front-running team member here into the pits.
Ooh,
so he ran those soft
0%.
Oh. And can Miss get it done on the outside? No.
No, not quite.
Now the big thing here is those hard runners that started the race on hard. Let's see if they're able to get past the the soft runners now that they're going out to the hards.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've got a
'Cause-
pretty big spread on the field if you look at the course map.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's pretty spread out. I don't think. I think there are only of all those arrows on track. I think I only see. There's only one set of arrows next to each other. All the rest are like spread out.
Yeah, and SPC comes out in P6, so
Okay.
he's got his pit complete. He took just over a half tank of fuel that he is going to try to stretch out for the remaining laps here,
Okay.
and he's going to run the hard set, huh? So there we are, back to our front three, as you see. Also, just a little bit in the distance from Cornbread and Mist Covington. Mist still glued to the rear end of Cornbread's Mazda.
Quite literally.
And Cornbread, did he go into the pits? Was there?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
he did.
It almost looked like there might have been an issue going in, but could have just been a netcode view. I wonder if Mist was thinking he was going to pull a move back on the circuit with him. No, okay.
All right. Was indeed just a scheduled stop, as Slowpoke is in as well.
And look who has made their way back into P3 for the time being. Banana is here. He is obviously going to have to hit the pits on the next lap because that fuel is
And
concerning.
Tires about nearly on the rim as well.
Yeah, and you can see his lap times are still, even with pretty substantial tire wear, very comparable. He's been running back even in the first 9-10 laps. So he is doing a good job to maintain control of that vehicle, minus the tire.
Yeah, I'm not trying to figure out if Papa Oso will go in this lap, or maybe he might, because him and Mist are about identical on fuel.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. Here we're about to find out as Mist is through the pin. He's going in. No, he is not. How about Mist? Did he go in?
Yep.
He is
going
in the pits. Okay.
Okay. 35's crossed all the board for Papa Oso.
Yeah, and the fastest lap, don't forget. So the 134.593 currently.
So
obviously, we'll see some of the other guys hit that soft compound and try to best that.
Yeah, he's got onslaught points in his way.
And we got a replay here. SPC is looking like he might make a move on Cornbread.
Ooh, yeah, a bit deep there.
Oh, yeah, Cornbread just ran deep and left the door open. SPC still not able to get it done, though.
Yeah, that's the thing about going deep there. It gives you, allows you to get on the power earlier. So,
Yeah, and it looks like Mist and Papa Oso have both come back out of the pits ahead of where Cornbread currently is.
Yeah.
So as of right now, it looks like the starting on the soft compounds was the play.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking like that.
And we see SPC now glued to Cornbread, as Cornbread's used to driving with somebody in the rear view today.
Yeah, quite literally. And Papa Oso should be in. Yep, there he is. He's in 2%.
SPC looked like he was trying to high up a pass, and the Mazda drove right by him.
Yeah, Mazda's got good straight on the good straight line speed. It's definitely got that advantage as Cornbread goes deep just a little bit.
Deep again.
Yeah.
As SPC is able to make the pass.
Done, yeah.
Yeah, you got
well
it done.
done.
Question is,
yeah, that was a very clean move.
Where will Papa Oso come out at? He's done. Oh, he's going to be still in first. Okay. Looks like barring any self-inflicted mistakes, looks like if he just maintains the status quo, he can pull this one out.
So SPC has hit the lights and asked Cornbread to pull over so he could drive by, and that's what happened. Cornbread, don't feel bad. I pull over for the police too. I always stop.
Now the question is SPC the general police or the police for PHG?
That's a good question. We take a look at Shaggy, who is trying to gain a little bit of ground here on Slowpoke Rods, who's just about a second and a half, just a little less than a second and a half in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Slowpoke is also on that hard compound.
Okay.
While Shaggy is not. He's on that soft compounds. And
So,
he was our first person to change compounds, so Shaggy's going to run those till the end of the race.
And fuel will be light, so should be able to make those soft slaps.
Now there you have Datto, who is trying to hunt down Nasty up ahead of him, just about a second ahead. Nasty with a little bit of the gap between him and Ecstasy.
Okay.
Yeah, Estacy's in a bit of no man's land for sure, and also Fernando B. So they're pretty evenly spread out.
Yeah, Fernando is kind of by himself again. Cornbread appears to have gotten himself a little halfer.
Yeah, it does seem like some of our drivers are struggling with the hards.
That can be a challenge.
Banana in 6 also has a half-second penalty, so it's definitely getting to them.
Yeah, pushing really hard on those soft compounds. You go to the hards, you have to lay off just ever so slightly.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the ones that don't drive in TK's lobbies. We're usually on the like sports tires.
Sports, yeah, TK's runs the sports. As we watch Shaggy trying to hunt down Slowpoke Rods, and I hate to say it, but hopefully, I think this one's just a matter of when, not if, because that tire difference is going to show here very soon.
Yeah, and 4 laps is too much time, so yeah, just a matter of when.
I might have said that backwards. It's a matter of when, not if.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. He is trying to keep it close. Wasn't able to quite get his nose tucked in the inside of that turn.
Yeah.
Slowpoke is doing a very good job holding him off, considering he does have the hard tires.
All right.
And do we have any other battles on track? Is everybody else pretty spaced out right now?
The battle for second and third is also going on, as SPC is right on the heels of Mist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at there. Okay.
All right.
So Mist representing Team Dodge here. Trying to get himself another podium. Obviously, he was a victor in last week's event. And there we have SPC is going to pull up next door.
Yep, looks like
he's got the speed there, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say that's what the Genesis generally has that out of corner acceleration.
And unfortunately, Miss Covington has seen some people just with a little better legs between the Mazda and then the Genesis today. Although I say that, Cornbread is currently behind him at this point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah.
So let's see if Mist is able to open the door and get himself his P2 back from SPC.
Nope, just a small. Yeah, because if they fight too much, he's This is probably aware that could bring Cornbread in, so he might wait for like the last lap or two before really going for it.
That would make sense. And it looks like Slowpoke has been able to pull away from Shaggy a little bit. Maybe Shaggy has gone pits a touch early. His tires pretty bad right now.
Lap 22 was a 137, so he must have had a mistake somewhere that we ended up missing.
Yep, we might have missed it. So, it looks like this will be the battle to watch for the next couple laps as we see Mist trying to just keep himself close to SPC.
So Cornbread had a half second penalty. So, yeah.
There it is. So that is going to pull him a little bit further back with a couple laps to go. Barring some unfortunate incident, I don't imagine you're going to see him back with the lead, but anything can happen.
Yeah, so if he can get a good enough tow from Cole, I think Miss might actually go for it. But
and Papa Oso just appears to be running away with it here in a Lambo.
Yeah, is he going for it? No, he's biding his time. Okay, maybe he's gambling on lap.
Well, and if you look, I hope that's not a penalty for Mist. If you look at the fuel there, it looks like he has just enough to get through. That's unfortunate. That's going to be a half-second penalty. That will unfortunately change the dynamic of Mist.
Dang.
Trying to take over P2. Just a little wide, wasn't it?
Yeah. Once you go past the strips, that's where you will get the half second.
Dang. It's unfortunate.
And since that was at the beginning of the lap, he'll be taking it this lap.
Yeah. I prefer to serve him on the lap I get him on. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm not a fan of if you got the penalty assessed in that section, you don't take it till the next lap. I just let me take it. I'm already slowed down.
Yeah, I'm indifferent either way. It's definitely better than how it was on GT Sport.
Yeah, so our field is spread out a little bit further at this point. That half-second penalty ended up being, almost a 2-second difference now. As we jump on board with Papa Oso, who is coming around to start the final lap in our first of 2 races today. There is Shaggy Doo, who is still doing everything in his power to hunt down Slowpoke rods, and he may be running out of time if he can't do it here in the lap. And, Mr. Casual, you mentioned he put up a 137. Maybe he didn't have an issue, and maybe he's just having trouble with those tires, because it looks like he put up 2 in a row.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Unless that was a lobby goof, because now I see 136. So SPC in P2 currently, with a almost 4-second gap between him and our leader. There's Miss Covington, who's now about over 2 seconds between him and P2. Cornbread's a couple seconds back from him, 2.5. We've got Sheldologist currently in P5. Banana in P6. And you can see the space these guys have gotten, except for Slowpoke, who has Shaggy in his rear view. Although I don't think Shaggy's getting bigger, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fernando back here in the Corvette. There's Ecstasy.
And
Ghetto. And Nasty.
And this one's for Papa Oso.
Oh, here comes our leader. He's coming across the finish line. Papa Oso is going to take the checkered flag in our first of 2 races here today at Deep Forest. PHG SBC is going to take P2. And then we'll have Mist Covington rounding out the podium for 3, Cornbread. Sheldologist with the top 5 finish for him. PHG Banana in the BMW coming in 6th position. And it looks like Slowpoke Rods is able to hold off Shaggy, considering, I guess, I should have said it's not a matter of when, but if, huh? Here's
Yeah.
Fernando. Ecstasy in P10. We've got Datto coming down the straight in P11, and Nasty will round out our grid with the P12 as we see him coming around the last turn. Was the Mustang the only option for Ford here?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
Group
Group
4. Okay.
4,
Okay.
yeah, because I think that's the only Group 4 machinery for Ford.
Congratulations to Papa Oso with your victory today. Well done. Applause to the audience. And obviously, we kind of got a good chance to see everybody come across the finish line. We know where they all finished. Mr. Casual, any surprises here on the grid today?
On the grid, well, I guess not really necessarily surprised, I would say. There wasn't like someone who was at the back and ended up at the very front. But I would say let me go through the grid and I'll give
Okay.
out driver of the day.
Yep.
So
Okay. I'm going to throw it back to you. How about your driver of the day?
I think my driver of the day has to go to. I think I'm gonna give it to SPC. He made up a couple positions. He kept it clean for the most part. Obviously that Genesis is pretty much the strongest car around
yeah,
here.
quite
Um,
clearly.
but yeah, I think for the most part everybody did really well. They kept it clean. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I think SPC really deserved this driver of the day from me.
Okay, Mr. Casual, now that you've gone through the grid, who would you say is going to be your driver of the day for
I
this
think
race?
it's going to have to be Papa Oso because he didn't start. I don't. I, Yeah, I was like, I don't think he started on pole, but because he definitely had his work cut out for him, and he had it was there for him to take, but he had actually put in the work in order to take it. So for me, it'd be Papa Oso.
Okay, very good. I'll be honest. I was rooting for Mist a little bit there. Didn't turn out to be the race that he wanted. I would have to say that my driver of the day, though, would go to the Genesis with the SPC. He didn't start out in second. He started in fourth and was able to get himself worked up through the field. Obviously, penalties helped that, but I thought that was a very good race by all of our drivers today. So, bravo to you guys on track. And that's just the first of two. We've got the top split coming up next. So we are, I
You
think, are we
want?
going to take a quick break and then come back?
I
What
was
am I missing, Mr.
going to.
Casual?
I was going to ask you, do you want me to go through the grid, like saying who finished where?
You can. We got a good chance to see them all come through the finish line, but let's run through it.
Okay. Papa Oso with also the fastest lap. P1, SBC in P2. P3 is Miss Covington, aka Cousinbach. P4, Cornbread. P5 is Sheldologist. And P Steve, aka sixth place, is Banana. In seventh, we got Slowpoke Rods. And eighth, we have Shaggy Doo. And then in ninth, we have Fernando. In 10th, we have Ecstasy. 11th, Dado. And, well, at least he finished, so that'll make Sal happy. We have Nasty in the Mustang. I mean, Chuck. All right. So if you're watching, thank you. Feel free to hit the like and maybe subscribe for TKs because we always appreciate him. There's a poll in the chat for driver of the race, as we're going to be back shortly for split one, which all the sweats are in split one, so that'll be fun. You looking
The
forward
alien
to it,
invasion
Solo?
of Split One. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I can't wait.
Yeah, I was like, Yeah, once we watched Split 1, we're like, this is why I don't want to be in Split 1. I don't want to stress.
Yeah, no, it is going to be a shootout between these guys in the first split. So, guys, get yourself a fresh beverage, take yourself a quick break. We are going to be right back. I'm going to hit Papa brought in barbecue for us for the holidays. So
Oh
the
yeah.
booth is jam packed. It smells wonderful. I got to go check out some of these ribs. Take your break. We will be right back with our first split in the PHG World Series.
Orange and scream through the neon. Every gear we shift feels like a gift, speeding down the lane. Victory's in our name. We win together, rain or shine. PHG forever, crossing the line. Wheels burn on the track. PHG is where it's at. Roads long and winding, but our team's always grinding. Underneath the starry sky, engines roar, we fly.
And welcome back, everyone. We are back for our second race of the day here. We are going to get to see our top split drivers take a run at this Deep Forest Raceway. I am joined by my casual here in the booth. We just finished watching the first race, which was no shortage of excitement. Obviously, one thing we were talking about a little bit is we were chomping on some barbecue, but boy, that Mazda 3 sure had some legs. I think, unfortunately, due to some penalties, that maybe kept him back from where he really, could have been, what his potential finish could have been in that first race. So, really excited to see how our second race is going to play out. Before we get too far, I do want to give a shout out to those of you guys who have dropped in super chats for us. I think Pink, RSR, Dubs, and then Jason Duncan. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you for your support. Greatly appreciated. For those of you who have not already subscribed, please like and subscribe to TK streams here. Join him for some of his TK's Tuesday races. Those are exceptional. A lot of guys love to get into those and run. Really good competition. A lot of good fun on those races. So make sure and check him out for those. And TK's also does a variety of streams, always entertaining. If you're looking to check his streams out, please support the guys behind the scenes. Big shout out to TK's running our stream today. TK, speaking of you, shall we take a look at our sponsors for today? And big shout out to our sponsors. First of all, Lithograph Comics. It's not a store, but it's rather a comic book enthusiast who's bringing awareness to the hobby and the comic book collecting community. It's located on Instagram. You'll find Greg, Litho, sharing comic book history, stories, and his personal collection, spanning 35 plus years of his comic book journey. That is Lithograph Comics on Instagram. Check him out. And also Vexed Graphic Design. Huge shout out to them. Like I mentioned before, you will recognize some of their work as we had quite a bit of support from them for the graphics and some of the things you were seeing with the PHG World Series. So really big thank you to all of our sponsors for this year, making this season possible. And what an exciting season it has been. We have seen so many different exciting races, combos. We've seen all the weather. Fortunately, it's sunny and dry today, which I think everybody's happy about. Mr. Casual, do you want to refresh our viewers' memory of the setup is for our race today?
I will, but first quickly thank Papa for your gifting 5 memberships.
Yeah, and actually, while you're at it, thank Papa for the PHG community as a whole, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was going to mention that since he hit me, Shaggy, Joe Collins, Racer 51, and Arrow with the membership. So
Check you out, getting the membership. How about that? Great racers, better people.
Yeah, but thank you all the same, Papa. As obviously we're in round 3. We're at Deep Forest. 25 times around Deep Forest with times 2 tire wear, racing hards, and softs required. with a fuel multiplier of ×4 in Group 4 machinery.
And, one thing we saw in the first race, it looks like there was a huge gap between the soft and the hard compounds when these guys first started. What do you think, Mr. Casual? 5-6 laps before we really start to see that delta kind of start to play out?
It's really car dependent. I'm pretty sure everyone's done their homework and knows how long is too long on the hard tire. So I could see with most of the field starting on softs, so I think most of the field, if not the whole field, will end up starting on softs. Besides maybe the last 2 or 3.
I have to agree with you after watching the previous race. It just feels like that is the strategy because the guys that did switch over, we did see some of them, try to close a little bit, but the soft compound runners were just so far ahead by that time. There was almost nothing they could do to make up that ground. Okay. Well, I think the drivers are a few minutes away from hitting the track for their qualifying session. So let's take a look at who we have in today's race. First of all, Team Lamborghini, we've got JK85 CBR. In the BMW, we have Jorge Sr. In Team Genesis, next will be Bobagito. Ferrari is going to be Wade CBR. Team Porsche is Flex Flare. The Nissan team is going to put talent behind the driver's this one. Team Dodge is going to be KW 47. In that Mazda with it, we saw with really great legs on this track, Racer 51. The Citroën is going to be Shazam. And we have Team McLaren, which is Fast Cougar. Team Chevy, and I got to say it right, can't find a better day. All right. Team Toyota, we have Jersey. And Team Honda, we have Speed Bump, and for Team 4, Nasty. So, Nasty running double duty? Did I miss something? Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Did they switch somehow? Okay.
Possibly.
Very cool. So, and, obviously we have the manufacturer's points there, which are not updated after our first split yet. So you can tell there's going to be a little bit of a shakeup there, as obviously we saw a good finish from Velvet Thunder. You're going to see some of those guys swapped around, and those may skip over a couple. So, Mr. Casual, are you thinking Genesis for this one? Is it, is who do you think's going to? Can anybody beat Jorge Sr., I guess is the question, right?
Yeah, because Jorge is in BMW, and if memory serves, I think Boba was in Genesis. I mean, with how we seen the Lambo work this magic in Split 2, I was like, wouldn't sleep on Lambo, but yeah, with how good both Boba and Jorge are, it's like, I expect both of them, unless they make a mistake, be in the top 3. But okay.
Okay.
Hearing that Dado, Slowpoke Rise, and Nasty are pulling double time. So kudos to them for doing this race twice, because yeah, won't be surprised if they don't get dizzy.
As we saw last week, it looked like that might have been an advantage for Shazam. He certainly had a good strategy and was very competitive in the second race. So perhaps that will play out to their advantage. I guess we will see. But they are double duty representing their manufacturers. That is that's a long Saturday afternoon. So I bet they're burning some calories there behind the driver's seat. I would imagine our drivers are just about ready to start qualifying. And TKs, I hear you in the background there. I don't know why. I thought you. Oh, very
Yeah.
good. Oh man, yeah, and Mr. Casual, I think the question here is going to be, who's going to keep up with Jorge? We have seen him just be so dominant in the past.
Yeah.
Is this the track he likes? Does he have any issues? Does he just run away with it again? I think is kind of what I'm wondering.
Yeah. As we've seen throughout the season, Boba can definitely give him a run for his money, but it's like, but if it's a track that he that Jorge halfway knows, then it's like I said in weeks prior, that if you can at least see Jorge, then you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And that's saying something too, because we're talking about the best of the best within the PHG World Series. This is the top split.
Yeah.
And to see somebody even be dominant over that group, that is exceptional. So drivers are in the driver's seat. I think we are just about ready to hit the track for their qualifying session to set our starting grid for today's final race in the
There
PHG
we go.
World Series. And obviously everybody is jockeying to get as many points game as humanly possible, so every position matters through today's race for these guys.
Uh-oh.
Bobagito in the Hubba Bubba Mobile. Check that bad boy out.
I think I seen Dado. Did he? Okay.
So here's Better Dan
All right.
in the classic PHG Corvette there. I think that's a Sal livery if I'm not mistaken.
And patented blue shell on the front. And you can see McNulty and whatnot as well. Okay.
Wade CBR there.
Like the wolf on the side.
Is that what that is? I couldn't quite make it out. Okay. The glare was getting me.
Okay. Oh yeah. Let's see.
Jorge is is his black BMW this time? No, he has a 7-Up livery. Look at this guy.
7-Up. I mean, I always do love their Slurpees.
Fuji film.
I mean, sorry, I'm thinking 7-Eleven. Oh well. Yeah. Well, I had it half right. There was a 7 in there. But yeah.
The Fuji film is cracking me up. Mr. Casual, when was the last time you bought film?
Film? I don't really. I mean, yeah,
What's that?
I know. Back in the day, I'm old enough for like actually going to say like a pharmacy to get your pictures developed. But yeah, I definitely know.
Take a look at Racer 51's Mazda there, moving back to Talon. It's a classic PHG look there. He's got the lithograph comics. Very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
There is JK
Very okay.
in that Lambo.
Not bad.
That's a good looking scheme. I like it. Yeah. We have another Dr. Thunder. Oh, it's Slowpoke again.
Yeah.
Sorry. So Slowpoke pulling the double duty. He's all warmed up. There is K-Dub.
There we go. Rockstar. Since that's what I drink.
There
today.
you go.
Ooh.
Fast Cougar with the Castrol. That's a good looking livery.
Yeah, I was like, it's a bit of a mixture on that one.
There is Nasty. We got to look at that Mustang in the previous stint.
Ooh.
And
Jersey.
FU Cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Good livery jersey. FU Cancer is right.
Mm-hmm.
So we jump on board with Bobagito, who is coming around on his first hot lap. Let's see how this grid shakes up as our drivers cross the finish line and put down their bank laps. So Bobagito with the 134, who is quickly bested by Jorge and Racer 51. So 134.390 is Racer 51's current best lap.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it looks like we're riding on board. Oh, we're bouncing around a little. Okay, so we're with Wade, who's currently in P4. with the 135.021.
Yeah.
So he's
Alright.
definitely got a little ground to make up to get himself in the top 2 or 3. He's
And you
only
won't need...
2/10 off of
penalty.
Bobagito,
Yeah.
who
And his
has acquired himself a penalty, unfortunately. Hopefully he gets to serve it on this lap, because that would ruin it.
Yeah,
if he
he's
didn't.
serving this lap. And Fast Cougar and Last also has a penalty, so he won't be setting anything quick. Plus, he had box on the first lap.
Bobagito is maybe going to be a little bit of traffic for Wade CVR right now.
As at the moment, Racer 51's got 34.39. So that's that's pretty quick.
And they are going into the pits for a fresh set of softs. So 1 hot lap, fresh set.
Yeah, it looks like it. That and just
And I guess the only reason they didn't reset is just to, because, the downside to resetting to the pits is getting a full tank of fuel.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, leave that their play for now.
So Jersey in the Toyota has gotten himself up into P5 currently.
Okay. Jeez.
And we'll see if
1,000.
he's keeping this as a hot lap or putting it box in.
He might, might be going in, unless he is not that much of a sweat like the others in this lobby.
Yeah, I didn't catch the section time as he went through there.
Let's see. He's
got a good look coming out of that last turn, setting himself up for the straight.
Yeah. Yeah, because next...
And he's going in. All right.
Okay. Next car behind him, he is just a veteran on the outlap, so... who's that?
And somebody's got a penalty up ahead. I didn't catch who it was. It looks like Wade and Bobagito might be actually working together there.
Yeah.
JK can jump in line and join them.
Racer 51, Jorge, Jersey, and Slowpoke were all in the pits.
And we'll see K-Dub go ahead and drive by him.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna hold themselves out and get one more hot lap in here, I believe.
Well, I think they should have time for 2.
Is that an 8 or a 6? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
It's a 6.
Yeah. So, okay.
I need glasses.
All
right, here we go.
Pretty tight so far. Top 6 are separated by a second.
Yeah, that's pretty close, and I would imagine it could be closer if these guys are able to work through the hot lap they're trying to put down here. You see Bobagito and Wade right with each other. The Wade is trying to use the advantage of the toe a little bit. Now, Ferrari doesn't have a lot of trouble getting through the curvy section on this track.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it struggles too much.
Oh, no, it's fun to drive the curvy section of the Ferrari. The challenge is watching people drive by on the street sometimes.
Let's see. So, you that box. Okay.
So, they're going down the back straight here, and those 3 guys seem to be sticking pretty well. Wade, Bobagito, and JK.
Okay.
And looks to be purple.
Ooh.
Ruth, what is that? 1, 2, 3. Coming into the 3rd section.
Yeah. He's got the slip from K-Dub ahead of him.
Yeah, Bobagito might actually be able to benefit from the slip.
Yeah.
It looks close enough to me that he could get it.
Yeah, he'll be getting something. And Wade will be benefiting as well.
So here we go. Is there a shakeup? And there is. Look at Wade, JK. jumping up to 1-2, pushing Racer 51,
Ooh-wee.
Jorge, everybody down. That's a 1:34.249, which is quite fast.
Yeah, jeez.
And we jump on board with Jorge, who has just gone purple through first two sections.
All right. Who's that in front of him? Racer 51. Okay.
51. Okay, so Jorge's back behind 51.
Yeah. He's not. Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh, fortunately, he was ghosted.
And Jorge was able to drive right on by.
Yeah.
The downside for Jorge is he caught himself a penalty driving by.
Ah,
That's
dang. That
unfortunate for
sucks.
him. Let's see if we can have another look at what happened. We're all with Racer 51. He's going to make the sharp left
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah.
And
He
didn't
just,
didn't seem to make it. Jorge trying to
Oh, yeah.
avoid him.
Yeah, I think he
Man.
reacted. I think if
I think
he
that's a
just
terrible
committed.
penalty.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep,
I'm
that
sure
is a
he's
terrible penalty.
not happy with that one either, because if he didn't react to try and somewhat avoid him, I think he would have been fine. But
I agree.
Like, how are you going to
Yeah.
know if the game's going to ghost or not?
Well, and Mr. Casual, to your point, human instincts are not to drive through somebody, right? Your human instincts are to drive around, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to run into other cars, so that's unfortunate. You can't penalize somebody for that. I don't like it.
I was going to say, it's not a particularly fast time, but kudos to Talon for getting a 135 even.
Oh, an evener.
Yeah.
Very nice. We ride on board with Better Dan, who's coming down the back straight. Heavy on the brakes, sharp left here. Touch the apex, use all the track you can, get the power down, and giddy up.
Yeah.
And Mr. Casual, I don't know about you, I like to try to get up into the fifth gear as quick as possible going downhill here.
Well, I would be in the McLaren, so I would be going through the gears pretty quickly as well. 35-260 for Vetter, Dan. Okay, not bad.
Yep, and it looks like our grid is starting to shape itself here. I don't think we have anybody else on a hot lap. I could be mistaken.
Yeah.
Vetter Dan was our last one, so looks like that will shape up where we're going to start. Little bit of a surprise for me to see Jorge down in fourth, but obviously we saw him with that penalty challenge as he was running one of his last opportunities for a hot lap, which is unfortunate, but that's how it goes, unfortunately. Everybody's playing with the same penalty system, so. Oh man! All right. Well, this could be exciting.
Yeah.
I imagine it will be. And let's take a look at our starting grid positions. Mr. Casual, would you like to run us through these?
Sure thing. So in pole, we have JK85. Then in second, we have Wade. Then rounding out the podium, we have Racer 51. In fourth, I'm sure he'll be annoyed. We have Jorge Senior. Then in fifth, we have Bobojito. Sixth, we have Fast Cougar. In seventh, with a very respectable flat time, 135, Talon. Then in eighth, we have Jersey, who apparently had no practice before this, so pretty good. Then we have Vetter Dan in ninth. Then we have Slowpoke Rods in 10th. K-Dub in 11th. And last but not least, we have Nasty in 12th.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a couple themes here as you look at, we've got the Hurricane, the Mazda, and the G70 up in that top five. So, those are very, very good cars here at this track, obviously. We talked about Jorge Sr. and the storyline there with, obviously he is in that BMW. So can he make his way up through the field to take a victory with this one? We know Wade and JK are going to do everything in their power to keep him behind him. We saw a Lambo win the last one. So it looks like JK is in a really good position right now, if you're asking me.
I think our biggest mover, if nothing unfortunate befalls him, could be Fast Cougar, because he's lives up to his name being fast, and he's in the McLaren, so I don't know how long the McLaren can run, but it might be able to go pretty long on those softs. So
Yeah. I giggle a little bit because you certainly drink the McLaren Kool-Aid.
yeah, I always have I think the first time I actually entered the back then it was FIA. I think I had gone with McLaren, so it's been that would have been maybe 8 years now. So yeah, you could say I've been drinking for a bit.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. Personally, I think for me it's can these guys hold Jorge Senior off? I'd love to see maybe Lambo. Oh God, I hate to even say I want to see a BMW win, but Beamer Genesis would be kind of what I'm expecting. But let's see if that's how it plays out or not, because obviously we've all seen what can happen. Lots of penalties. I think if these guys can run clean, they'll be in a much better position to stay competitive. And back to the other storyline from the previous race, are they starting on softs or hards? Golly, after watching that, I'd be shocked to see anybody start on hards. But again, different split, different skill level. It's not out of the question. Mr. Casual, do you think anybody takes that risk?
I think the only ones that you might see start on hards might be those at the very back.
All cars to grid positions. All cars to grid positions.
As you hear the call from the man himself, it's that time.
And the cars are getting themselves positioned. We do have a rolling start for this race, so these guys will roll down the straight, cross the finish line, and get themselves underway. Obviously, we talked about JK leading this race. We saw the Lambo take it home on the previous race. So can he bring the most potential points for the Lamborghini home today and keep his competition behind him? The wheels are rolling. These guys are. Looks like they're falling into order respectively.
Okay.
And Wade is going to try and just stick himself to the bumper. Let's see if we have any early passes on turn one. Looks to be pretty orderly as far as I can tell.
Yep.
So JK started soft. It looks like Wade's on the softs.
Yeah. Our
Racer
first
soft
hard runner isn't until 9th, and that's better.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. So the backpack decided to take that hard theory and see if they can make it work in the Corvette.
Only 9th, 11th, and 12th are on hards.
That's it. 3 runners. Okay. I wonder if watching the previous race made some of those guys in the back of the pack change their strategy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Vetterdan comes out with a half-second penalty after that second section. And I think there's another one behind him, perhaps. Yep, looks like K-Dub also got himself a halfer. And they will both serve those. Slowpoke Rod's able to put a little space in between him and Vetterdan for the
Racer 51 and side by side at the last turn.
Yeah, let's see if we can get another look as the lead pack comes into the last turn here. Yeah. Racer 51's going to tuck his nose on the inside of Wade. And, wow. Really good exit there by Wade to be able to
going
keep
on.
Yep. Oh, here we go. So he's back on side. It looks like he's got that done, although Wade is gaining the ground.
So if he can stick it out, he'll be on the inside going after these kinks. Okay.
Oh, door-to-door action. Boy, this is not the section you want to be side by side with somebody, if you ask me. Racer 51 maybe backing out, going for a switchback potentially. No, I think he thinks second. Yeah. And goes ahead and stays back in P3rd.
Okay.
And I think we are setting ourselves up for a lot of drama.
Yeah.
We see these guys are stacked up here from 1 to what, 7?
8.
6, 8?
1 to
Yeah,
8.
I mean, my
Yeah.
goodness. Take a
Yeah.
ride along board with Jersey for a second here.
Okay. Let's see.
You can see the pack up ahead of him. I think, do we have Racer 51 trying to make a move? He's gone inside again. I think he's going to get it done this time as he drives by Wade CBR in that last turn.
Yeah, managed to do it. Just don't fight too much, Phyllis. You're going to let JK85 run away. So.
And you got Jorge Sr. back there who seems to be biding his time. He has not seemed to make a move just yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So they're Fast Cougar putting up our fastest time of the race so far with a 1:7.
Yeah, 34.7.
We got Wade, who is going to take that spot back if he can make it work. He's gonna make him drive side by side through the. No, he is not.
Nope.
He backs out. I think that was the better choice through this section.
Yeah, it can be pretty hard getting past this Mazda. As you see, 51's going for the move into the final turn against Wade. But question is, how is he on the hard tire?
Yeah, very smooth approach coming into that turn, getting himself a good look to get by Wade.
Okay.
Racer 51 appears to be holding Wade CBR off at the moment, although Wade has Jorge right behind him, along with Bobagito, Fast Cougar, and also Talon.
Yeah.
Don't blink.
Yeah, as a top split usually is, like everyone's maintaining status quo for now.
For now. How long will that hold out is the question. We see them come through the last turn onto the back straight.
Looks like Jorge was a little loose for a little bit, but nothing too dramatic.
And we get a good look at the single file line of drivers from Jersey's perspective back here, driving the Toyota.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Talon and Nissan right ahead of him.
Oh, by the way, Fast Cougar in the McLaren has the fastest lap currently.
That he does, yes.
Ooh.
And we see the front group is just kind of an accordion here.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, it looks like 51's hoping that JK makes some kind of error that he can.
Yeah, I think that's the last thing you want to do right now is make a mistake in pack, whether it be a penalty or a slip and slide or whatever the case may be. You got to run clean at this level, my goodness. And we see these guys doing just that. They come through that left-hand turn lane into the back straight. And Jorge has not yet made a move, although it looks like Bobagito is going to put a little bit of pressure on Jorge Sr.
Yeah.
Jorge will have the inside for the sharp left-hand turn as they come up to it. Jorge a little early on the brakes.
Ooh.
But no, it was not that early, apparently.
Yeah, momentarily.
And it looks like Wade has put himself in second position, yeah.
Yeah, momentarily he was actually in first for just a little bit.
Oh, there you go. Look at him.
And then
bumping by JK. As you see him run a little wide, which we've seen that Mazda do on that hairpin.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But
that Mazda is a little lighter sometimes, so it can be hard to get it slowed down. JK maintaining the lead for now with Wade, Racer 51, and Jorge very close behind.
Quite the gaggle from first to sixth. Because I would say, if anything, this probably benefits Fast Cougar in the back there. Because, yeah. So, all right.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are pushing hard, but boy, they are staying close to each other. So you see Talon and Jersey there who are 8th, you look at
Mhm.
Jersey, being in 8th position, but he's only 3.3 seconds off of our lead, and there's nothing but cars in between
Yep.
him and there. Oh, and Talon
Talon.
unfortunately gets a half-second
Yeah, I
penalty
thought he
coming through that
went
left-hand turn.
wide.
Did he take it wide? Okay.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if he got it or not, and indeed he did.
So Racer 51 sticks his nose back up, takes second position from Wade for the time being. Wade's going to get it back on the straight as Racer 51. And we see that Mazda, he had a little bit of trouble. Looked like he couldn't quite get it turned.
Yep.
Ended up getting himself a half-second penalty. And that will shake up our grid in the top 5 positions for certain.
Yeah. Seems like that Mazda really struggles at that hairpin.
It does. It does. It seems like either he's having trouble getting it slowed down or can't quite get it around. So Wade currently on P2 as we see Racer 51 trying to take it away from him. Wade is probably hoping they don't have to drive through this section side by side again, as you see Bobagito also side by side.
Woo.
It's a parking lot out here going through the curvy section.
Quite literally.
Oh, and look at that. Woo!
Okay.
My golly, that is some traffic to try to navigate.
Goodness me.
And what a great view from Bobagito's perspective. As you can see, it's nothing but traffic between him and the leader. And I thought I saw another penalty back there. That might have been the one that we saw Talon get, that he didn't have to serve on the previous lap.
Yeah, Talon the only one.
And we will see 51 service penalty. There it goes. You see Bobagito and Jorge able to make that pass work. Jorge also sneaks by Bobagito, so he's currently in 3rd position. And now we've got Racer 51 with under some pretty severe pressure from Bobagito.
Goodness me.
And don't forget about Fast Cougar. Oh, we got a little wobble.
Yeah, it looked like Boba and Fast Cougar kind of got connected a little bit there.
So here goes Fast Cougar tucking his nose up onto the inside of Bobagito. Bobagito.
Yeah, doing the smart
51. Thing. Bobagito's getting it done there. Fast Cougar had backed out of that. I was worried they were going to go 3 wide into turn 1, but they did not.
Yeah,
Let's take another look at it.
Kind of looks like Boba only goes for it because he thought Fast Cougar was going to go for it on him. So
right.
Defense turned into offense there.
What do they say about that? The best offense is a good defense, or no? The best defense is a good offense.
There you go.
There you go.
You got there in the end.
That's right. Took me a second. So, looking at Jorge, who's moved himself up into P3, trying to hunt down that 2nd position and ultimately the 1st.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Fuji Films BMW. Go ahead.
Looking at their tire wear, and Fast Cougars is pretty good. Boba's pretty good. Yeah, looks like apart from Racer 51's tire wear, looks like top 6 have all identical tire wear at the moment.
Ooh, and I think we just caught Jersey probably ran a little wide. There it is. Yep, the half-second penalty. He was coming around that hairpin. You'll see him just come across the rumble strip there ever so slightly, but it doesn't take much.
Had that snap. Yeah, got him.
So it spreads out a little bit. We're down to what, 6 cars that are grouped up here in the lead pack. Okay. Did Jorge just make a pass? I blinked. All right, so let's see. Jorge sneaks on the inside here coming into turn 1 on Wade. Wade just a touch wide. Jorge's able to, I think he was eyeing up P1 for a half a second there.
Yeah.
But able to get that P2 taken care of. That was clean.
Remember, if you blink, you'll miss something.
Oh, boy, I did. I looked up. I said, hey, there's a green car in 2nd place. That wasn't there a second ago, right?
Well, when did that happen?
Thank goodness for our fantastic production from TK's. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Ooh, Boba's got a pin.
Boba with a half second. That's not good. That's going to shake up the top 5 again.
All right, and it looks like that. Yeah, currently he's now the only one with a pin.
So, honestly, this front pack is doing a very good job keeping themselves together.
Yeah.
51 had a penalty, pushed him back a little bit, but is still with that lead group. Looks like Talon is eyeing up a potential move there on Jersey down the straight. Maybe he'll try and make a move on turn 1. We're going to ride along board and see what happens.
Okay.
He is in the slipstream. He's looking at bumpers, peeking down the inside. Here he goes. Get him, Talon, get him. No? Okay. Talon is going to patiently wait. Jersey ran a little bit wide. I think you got to take that opportunity and giddy up. Can he get the power down? He can. Might be a tricky situation having to go side by side through this section, but he is going to push.
Yeah, it looks like.
I think you have to back out at that spot if you haven't gotten it taken care of. If that last turn going into under the bridge can be pretty tricky.
All right.
So Jorge, somewhere along the lines, has made a pass on JK while watching that other battle. See if we can get a look at it. No, I think we just missed it. Perhaps turn 1 where he made the previous pass. I'm not sure. But we have a new leader in Jorge Sr. with JK and the Lambo and Wade CBR right behind him.
Well, he is one of our more consistent drivers. Well, it's like
he is. Boba has served his penalty, so he'll lose that position actually to Fast Cougar and Racer 51. Boba's going to go ahead and put some pressure on him, try and get it back.
Yeah, I imagine he'll get past Cougar pretty quickly because, those are 2 differently driven cars. One short shifts.
You could say Bobajito's trying to chew his way to the front.
I've seen JK.
Yep, JK, who has unfortunately lost another position there to Racer 51 with a half second. Got that on the hairpin. Racer 51 is now pretty much closed the door on any opportunity to get P2 back right now. As we see Jorge start to consider how he's going to stretch out a lead.
Anyone else? Jersey in 7th has a 1-second penalty.
Ooh, 1 second. That's not good.
Yeah.
So they are coming through this left-hand turn section. Gonna go back straight. Let's see if we have anything happen out of ordinary other than obviously we're going to see JK serve. So he's going to lose 2 or 3 spots due to that.
We're trying to help out. And a massive thank you to Jeff Gordon for a $49.99, but
Holy cow.
$50 dono.
That is awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Shout out to you. Wade ended up getting himself a penalty there through that hairpin. It looks like JK ended up in 6th after he served his half second, but is still with the lead pack, which has stretched out just a little bit from what we saw prior. So it looks like it is a tale of penalties today. If you can keep it clean, that may be the secret.
Yeah, quite literally.
As we see Slowpoke try to find a door to get past that wide Nissan that Talon is in today. Taking a look in the cockpit view there from Slowpoke. And that is the view that the drivers that are using VR have. Granted, they can look around a little bit, but it is a cockpit view. They don't quite get all the telemetry details that you have on the screen currently, so it's different, but still very cool. Take a look at Vetter Dan, who is really kind of all by himself.
Who is that? Okay.
He's got a big gap in between him and anybody. K-Dubs back in the back of the pack. Actually, he had just come out of the pits, so he is gone from the hards to the soft. He was one of our few runners that started on hards. So he pushed those, 10 laps?
Roughly.
Back up to the lead pack. We currently have Racer 51, who has worked his way past Jorge. Here's Jorge, who just owns turn 1.
Ooh. Fast
Making
Cougar
it
and
look
Boba.
so easy.
All right, keep an eye on
Let's
that.
take a look at this pass that...
Okay.
Oh, we're going to get a look at both of them from here. So, Bobagito's view.
Okay.
Boba's going to pull to the inside. Yeah, so we got a couple position changes there on turn 1. Boba and Fast were door-to-door for a second there.
Yeah, I did say keep an eye on Fast Cougar.
You did. He put up the fastest lap pretty quick. Boba's got him beat right now with the 134-121, which is... Oh, and Boba's going to have a penalty for that. Hopefully that's not a full second, but that is certainly... Oh, did Fast get one too? Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, taking a quick look at the fuel meters as we scroll through a few different drivers. Looks like pack who's just below half a tank. Their tires don't look too bad.
Yeah, fuel's looking pretty good on Cougars. He looks to be about maybe around 29-30%.
And Racer 51 is all over Jorge at the moment.
Yeah, that's really what you need to do with Jorge, because can't be letting someone like him get comfortable. He gets comfortable, you can say goodbye.
We have seen it many a times throughout this season's PHG World Series as Jorge can sometimes check out. Jumps in his alien spaceship and he's gone.
Yeah, okay, so he got him.
Take a look at Fast Cougar, making a move on Bobagito there. Again, there's that McLaren you mentioned, taking P3 currently, so Fast Cougar is definitely making sure to get as many points tallied for the Team McLaren as possible. Although, obviously, we see him and Bobagito are going to be half, so we'll see Wade and JK with an opportunity to gain a couple spots there.
Yeah. Shame that they both got pins, but we'll see where they end up. Let's see.
And they serve. Let's see how this plays out. Wade, they split the field, so one went...
All right.
That's not exactly a Fast Cougar ends up getting into JK. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Fast Cougar didn't seem to have traction. I think he caught JK just a little bit as he was coming through. Let's take another look at that as they come down the back. There's Wade going by Fast Cougar as he serves. Bobagito. Oh, no, Fast Cougar did not serve. Excuse me. Well, no, Bobagito and Fast Cougar, right?
Yeah.
So there's Cougar sliding. JK gets a little bump, wobble into the grass. Good recovery by JK. Fast Cougar able to tuck himself back in. And there you have 5 and 6 for the moment. Jorge currently still maintaining the lead over Racer 51 with Wade in 3rd, Bobagito 4th, JK in 5th. Fast Cougar down 2-6 after that little wobble and penalty. Looking back from our leader.
I was looking at his telemetry, and he was backing off a bit after the contact.
That's good sportsmanship. Yep, like to see that. Fair play, as our buddy Flawed would say. So we take a look here with Bobagito as he's going to try to close that gap between him and Wade CBR to see if he can get back up into the mix with the front 3 runners. He's only 1.2 down. There's also JK, Fast Cougar in tow. So you see him spreading out just a little bit here on our front runners. We'll move back to Talon, who is on the soft compounds. That GTR is tearing those tires up. You can see Slowpoke and Jersey. Jersey's tires look pretty worse for wear as well. His fuel gauge down below the below the quarter tank. Jersey is all over Slowpoke. I don't know if he gave him a bump. It looked like right there, Slowpoke able to get it back on track. trying to get into the slipstream. You can see Jersey.
Ooh-wee.
And these two are hustling down the straight.
That deal. Yeah.
Jersey's has got his hazards on, so maybe he's just trying to bump draft with slowpokes to get moved up.
Possibly.
Work with him.
I tell you, Fast Cougar's had quite the race. He's been as high as third, and he's back where he started the race in sixth.
And we take a look up with the front drivers. You see Racer 51, who is doing everything in his power to stay with Jorge. Wade is with them as well. Bobagito's not too far behind.
Yeah, the fact that Jorge hasn't run off is a testament to both Racer 51 and that Mazda.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And, you know, I think, unfortunately, this could be a race of penalties. If you run clean, that may be the difference that Jorge is needing at this point. Oh, a little slippery, but able to maintain his control. Staying in front of Racer 51. We see those three cars come down the back straight. I'm watching the fuel gauges. You can see Racer 51's front right is not looking great.
Yeah, I've seen better days.
Can we take a look at Jorge's tire there at the moment? That doesn't look awesome either. So I don't know that they look too much different, to be honest with you.
Not really. Yeah.
Other than, you know, the Mazda's not chewing up the back tires quite as bad as that BMW is.
Yeah, Boba's front right is. Yes. And looks like, according to his fuel, looks like he's going to be going in this lap as well.
Yeah, there you go. That Genesis just not quite as good on fuel as you see. JK's got quite a bit, you know, pretty much almost a quarter of a tank compared to Bobagito, who is pretty much out. So we will see, highly likely see Bobagito the pits for this lap. If he doesn't, it will probably be detrimental.
Yeah.
So here's Wade. He's trying to find an open door past that wide Mazda. They're coming down the back straight here. There's going to be a heavy braking zone. Can turn. Tucks his nose in. Braking late. What a nice move. Is he going to be able to get two positions out of that? He is. A double tap. First for the moment. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold off Jorge down the straight, but he is certainly going to try. A little bump. Jorge sneaks into the pits. Oh, I did not see that coming. Racer 51 gave Jorge a bump that would have pushed him up. Let's watch it again. So you'll see here. He tucks his nose inside, hits his apex, aims down the straight, and he is going. And then you'll see right here where Wade's going to get Jorge, or not Wade, Racer 51, excuse me, gives Jorge a bump, and Jorge decides to go into the pits to get himself a fresh set of tires. Obviously going to the hard compound there now. So Wade currently our leader in the Ferrari, with Racer 51 trying to hunt him down. Just a half second between those two drivers. Jorge comes out in 6th position, so he's going to be just in front of Bobagito. Cowan has also gone in the pits.
I think Cougar will be in this lap. JK, I think he could possibly go another lap, but I think Cougar will probably be in because his fuel's in the red already.
Yeah, and you look at our top 3 drivers, it looks like all 3 of them will also likely have to come in for fuel. 4. There you go.
Because I'm looking at JK's fuel. If he fuel saves, then he could go another lap.
Oh, and it looks like Racer 51 might have gone just as...
Uh-oh.
Let's see if he's able to. No, he is not able to get out of that unscathed. Now got himself a half second.
Yeah. Let's see. JK. Ooh. Both JK, like I thought.
They stayed
Fast
out?
Cougar goes. Yeah. Fast Cougar ended up going another lap.
Ah, very good. I guess these guys have
Okay.
got their strategies dialed into a level which I do not understand. They're staying out for another lap. Hopefully we don't see anybody run out of fuel.
I imagine Cougar's just going to be short shifting a bit more aggressively. Yeah. Okay. Fair play.
Yeah, you would have to imagine you're going to have to do something there. Still competitive laps. You see he's putting up a 136, almost flat there, without any fuel or tread. Well, no tread, but tire grip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do we have now? Oh, okay, Nasty's got out of the way. It looks like Racer 51 is going to be serving his half-second penalty here in just a second. There is your leader, Wade, CBR, going down the back straight.
And Jorge is about 29 seconds back, by the way.
Okay, and these guys are definitely going in this lap, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There's a look at Jorge, currently in P5. So our lead pack comes around the hairpin.
All right.
And Wade to the pits. 51 to the pits. JK to the pits. Cougar to the pits. Jorge is already pitted.
Ooh,
so he has
Cougar
about a half tank and hards.
Cougar and 51, 0.
Yeah, and Jorge is going to come around the hairpin now. You would have to imagine that will put him ahead of that group, but we will see where they come out of the pits.
It might be close.
It's going to be very close. So we are on board with Wade, who we expect to be our first driver out of the pits. He's filled up his fuel.
Wade
He's got his tires
will
moving.
Be ahead. So
or will he?
51. 51's behind Jorge.
Okay, so 51. So Jorge puts himself up into P2 after this guys are finished with their pit strategies. So we currently have Wade in first, Jorge second, Racer 51 in third, JK in fourth, Bobagito still in fifth, Cougar still in sixth. Watching very closely with our leader, who is going to have to do everything in his power to hold off Jorge and that powerful BMW.
Yeah, because we know Wade can be quick, but the question isn't about how quick can you be, it's how consistent.
And can you avoid the penalties? Those have been the killers for everybody we've seen on today's race. So JK is eyeing up a spot to see if he can close the rest of that gap, jump into third position and try to hunt down Jorge. But first he has to get around Racer 51 in that Mazda.
Yeah.
We've got our sharp left hairpin here. We know the Mazda runs a little bit wide, so it could be his chance. He's sneaking up behind him, maybe puts him in a good position to try to make the pass on turn 1. He can stay in the toe there. So, Mr. Casual, you're, 19, 20 laps into your 25-lap race. What's the first thought you're having right now?
I guess from the POV of JK85 is try to get as close as you can to 51, and if you can get the move done, then you're probably going for it, unless he wants to try and push 51 closer to Jorge.
And it looks like Callan made a nice move on Slowpoke right there.
Okay.
Finally got himself past. Let's see if we can take another look. Yeah, here we go. No, Talon was in already coming into turn 1. He's gone defensive.
Okay.
Slowpoke looked like he might try and push around the outside, but it did not work. Okay. I thought we had a position change. Thanks for the replay there. Well done. Talon gets himself a half-second penalty through the twisty-turny section there.
Yeah.
And that will definitely yield a position to Slowpoke. Hopefully.
Let's see.
Not to Jersey as well, but we'll see. Did he get another one there? It looked like he ran wide. He did not. Okay.
Yeah.
So we check back in with our front pack. Here is Racer 51 in P3. And you'll see Wade CBR has some pressure from Jorge at the moment.
Yeah. So I wonder if Jorge will maybe try to work with Wade a bit. Because if he tries to fight him too much, that's going to bring 3 cars into the battle. So
That's right. That's right. They are not far behind. You can see there's only about a second gap between Racer. Yep, Jorge's going to do what he does best and own turn 1 as Wade just trying to keep himself with him at the moment, but thinks better of it and goes ahead and tucks back into P2. It's a lesson for anybody out there. Turn 1, it looks like that inside button is the one to have.
Yeah.
Let's take another look at it here. As you can see him shoot down the inside. Wade,
yeah, I think
he
might
go hit the apex and just got hung out there a little bit, so he was able to drive right by and get that pass done.
It looks like he might.
Bovagino and JK back there putting severe pressure on Racer 51, although they backed out a bit for the turns.
Yeah, I was going to say, it kind of looked like Wade wasn't expecting Jorge to go for it. Because it looked
I don't think he was.
Turned in.
Yeah, they turned in, and, sometimes you can try and make that turn as smooth as you can, but you leave that door open for the driver behind you if you're not driving a little bit defensively. So, what a great view here from Bovagino as you see the top 5 in that one shot. And there's Racer 51 in the Mazda getting wide again. JK up door to door with him. Bovagino's going to tuck in behind Racer 51. Will he
he'll
be able to
push
JK forward?
He needs to get up there.
I would want that inside line if it was me, so I'd be following JK. The bump is apparently what JK needs to make it work. He's going to shift back behind Racer 51. He doesn't know who to follow. Racer 51 with the tuck to the inside. He cannot make it work. Ends up wide on turn 1. As you see Bovagino and JK. And he's still got the pressure on him as Racer 51 is pushing door to door with Bovagino through the curvy section. Bovagino tucks back in. I do not blame him. Let's take another look at that. Casual, do you mind talking us through what you see?
Yeah, as we see, JK gets a bump to help get past. But 51 tries to be a hero and doesn't get it done. As you see, Boba and 51 are next to each other. As they eventually filter out. As we see, they're still going on.
No rest for the weary on these guys. The pressure is on. And you see Bovagino looks like he is trying to make a move here. I think I don't know if he's going to be able to get it done here. He's going to tuck back inside behind Racer 51 for the hairpin.
Yeah, because that fighting between 51 and Boba managed to give JK some breathing room.
Yeah, and JK took full advantage of that. As you see Wade, who is on the bumper of Jorge, as they finish their 22nd lap, starting 23rd. Wade's going to go ahead and take a run. We've obviously seen Jorge do very well with turn 1, so he is comfortable with that inside line. He's going to maintain that. Wade on the outside.
Yeah.
There is Jorge running that.
I think he might be okay.
He might be. That was quite close. Wade is using every inch of track he can find, and they remain door to door. So back to your point, Mr. Casual, these two battling is going to give an opportunity for JK to close the gap ever so slightly and try to get himself in the mix between the 1 and 2 positions. Jorge is currently in P2. He's going to have a little bit of work to do to try to get around Wade. It seems like Jorge has chosen turn 1 to do the majority of passing today, so let's see if he gets a pass done on another portion of the track. Coming through, everybody's working very hard to keep themselves penalty-free, and that top 5 is keeping it close. Let me tell you something.
So I'm wondering if Wade's still in first after the hairpin. I wonder.
Well, here you go. So Jorge's next door to him. They're going to go into the section too wide, perhaps. Nope, Jorge's going to back out. Try to cut the apex. Get his speed up and going as we look at Racer 51 getting past JK. Bovagino, I believe, also made a pass on JK there. Let's see what happens. JK's in 3rd position. You see Racer 51 is creeping up. He's got that slipstream.
Yeah.
JK is going to tuck to the right, heavy on the brakes. 51 goes inside. We've seen that person go wide. Oh, I don't know. That might not have been the cleanest pass, but it was done. And Bobajito was able to drive by as well.
Oh. Yeah, it's spicy up here.
So here we go. We've got 2 laps left. Jorge goes ahead and drives into the twisty section. Turn 1, Wade and Jorge door to door. Jorge is on the outside, which we've seen him own the inside of that turn so far today. He was not able to. These guys are forcing each other to drive door to door through some very tricky sections on the track.
Yeah.
So Jorge is currently in P1. He's got Wade right behind him, 51, Bobajito, and JK. Fast Cougar has gotten himself back up into the mix of the top 5. But nothing is over on this race just yet. So they're going down the back straight. Jorge trying to do everything he can to maintain P1. He's going to have one more lap to do everything to hold off Wade. Can he do it?
See,
So Jorge gets the power down. Looks like there was maybe a little wiggle on that turn, but it seems just fine. I don't know that Wade has a run on him. It looks like the Delta is dropping. The slipstream will help. So let's see what happens here on our final lap.
I think if it was custom slip, he could probably gotten the move done sooner, but
here we go. So he's going to go outside. We've seen it many times today. Are they going to do door to door through the final section? He's back in behind Jorge. And there you see Racer 51 who wants some. Everybody wants a piece of that top position.
Let's see.
Jorge looks very smooth through the twisty turn section. And that's a kind of a long right-hand turn there that you're setting up for that next left. Little shimmy right. And then down to the 90-degree left here.
All right.
Jorge keeping it clean.
Good. Oh boy, this is going to be a spicy. Going to be a spicy hairpin.
It is. So we see our top 4. You can see it from Bobajito's perspective. Jorge's going to go ahead and go defensive. He's back to the outside.
Oh.
Racer 51's going to tuck his nose in. There's Wade. Racer 51 door to door. Racer 51, can he get the legs to get by Wade? It looks like they're going to go door to door down the street. So 1 may be decided. 2 and 3 has not been. Bobajito with Wade. Is he going to give Wade a little bit of help? Wade holding on to that P2. I don't know how. Look at Racer 51. They're side to side. Oh my God. I don't even know what happened.
Oh my goodness me.
Wow, what a finish we saw there with our top 5 drivers. Jorge did a wonderful job. You see, went defensive, came back to the outside. He gets his apex nice and clean. My goodness. Racer 51 just puts himself right next to Wade. And those guys looked like they were just locked together as they came down the straight. There's a great view to see. It looked like they were side by side, and they certainly are. And I don't think Racer 51 was able to get enough. I mean, we're talking the difference of a hair. That's incredible. What an incredible finish to today's race. Wow.
Yeah, it was by 3 thousandths.
Wow. Kudos to Jorge on his victory. I was so enamored by the battle going on. My goodness, what a great job. Jorge, thank you for making me look like Nostradamus. No, that was very well done. Wade, Racer 51, what an amazing race these guys gave us today.
Ooh.
That was incredible. So let's see, what did we have? We had a BMW, a Ferrari, and Racer 51 in the Mazda for your top 3 podium positions. Well done.
My goodness. Oh dear.
Whew. Man, that I knew it was going to be an exciting finish. I had no idea it would be that. And let's take a look at our final results here. Again, congratulations to PHG Jorge Sr. for his victory. Obviously raised 3 positions. Oh, so Jorge Sr. takes our victory for Team BMW there. Look at Wade CBR in the body in second position. And look at the difference between him and Racer 51 in P3.
A 12. Okay.
Yeah, the very, very, very close race. Bobagito, CBR in P4 for Team Genesis. Team Lamborghini with JK coming in 5th position. Fast Cougar for Team McLaren in P6. Better Dan in P7 for Team Corvette. Talon for Team Nissan in P8. PHG Jersey for Team Toyota coming in P9. Slowpoke Rods P10 for Team Porsche. PHG K-Dub Team Viper in 11th, and Nasty in the Mustang rounding out our grid for today. What an incredible race we saw from these guys. Mr. Casual, what are your thoughts?
Oh my goodness me. Normally we go through the whole field last lap as they're crossing the line, but that was too tense to pull away. It was like you had to watch that one to the end. My goodness,
Yeah,
between Wade, Racer 51, and Bobagito. That was like some top class racing by everyone in split one. So, well done to everyone.
yeah, absolutely. And so, who would you say is your driver of the split there? And while you're thinking about that, congrats to Bobagito. He had the fastest lap there at a 1:34.121 through all that chaos. So, Mr. Casual, who would you nominate for your driver of the split here?
I think I'm going to have to give it to Wade because we all know the reputation of Jorge for how quick and consistent he is. But as you've seen for basically the entire race, he was taking the fight to Jorge and not taking this lying down. So for me, I'm going to go with Wade.
You know, I generally wouldn't pick the same driver as the other announcer, but in this situation, I absolutely have to. I can't agree with you more. I knew the Ferrari would be good on this track. I didn't think he was going to have enough legs to be able to keep himself up in the top 3, more or less P2, more or less on the bumper of pay throughout the majority of that race. So I couldn't agree with you more. I think Wade definitely my pick there for driver of the split. TK, do you want to come out of the shadows there and on who you had picked for driver of the split?
I just went ahead and put it in our podium standards, podium standards there with Jorge, Wade, and Racer 51. But I do want to shout out Vetter Dan, moving up a few positions there, up into P7, starting on the hard strategy. And making it work for him. So shout out to Vetter Dan. But honestly, between those top runners, I mean, everybody did an amazing job. And y'all did an amazing job. Was enjoying listening and running the cameras here. So poll is up in the chat. Y'all vote, and we'll close it out before the end of the stream. Also wanted to note that the Papa's House of Game website is pinned in the chat if you want to find out more information on the PHG World Series. But great job, you guys.
Oh, no, thank you. Great job in production. TK, remind me who was chosen for the first split. I don't think we covered that when we came.
It was pretty almost unanimous with Papa Oso. I believe it was 16 votes, and he got the vast majority. So Papa Oso with the dominant performance in the Lamborghini in that first race.
Yeah, I mean, boy, we saw that Lamborghini and touched on it, but the Lamborghini has become extremely viable in a lot of different situations. This was obviously one of them where we saw the Lamborghini was very, very. Like I said, the Ferrari, how about it, man? I didn't expect it to have the legs to keep up. He held that Mazda off, which we knew has got some giddy up to it. So just absolutely incredible racing that we got to witness today. And, it just makes me reflect a little bit as to how exciting the PHG World Series has been up until this point. We have seen absolutely amazing races. I think this one is definitely one for the history books. We'll probably be talking about that finish for seasons to come. Mr. Casual, do you agree?
Yeah, this one was quite a nail biter, really, for the entire race, let alone the those last few laps. I think er, everyone's gonna like is Jorge actually immortal? It's like he didn't actually run away with this one.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I was after seeing the first group, and they were split up a little bit. There was some space in between some of the field. I didn't know if we were going to see Jorge run away with it. I'm glad he didn't. It's really, really exciting to watch those guys trading positions. Fantastic job by all the drivers today. That was an absolute exciting race to be able to broadcast for. And while I'm doing that, big thanks to the PHG crew out there. Always a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to get an invite to come and especially for one of the final races and get that opportunity to come and broadcast with you guys. Love the PHG family. You guys are incredible. Big shout out to all you guys. If you're a driver out there with a PHG tag in front of your name, give yourself a pat on the back, have a cocktail. Kudos to you. So big shout out to everybody out there, and Papa especially. I always enjoy taking a second to thank him, the one and only proprietor, as we refer to him. So we can't be here without you. It's all because of you, and thank you. Cool.
Well said.
Mr. Casual, any other thoughts on today, or generally, how excited are you for this last race after watching today?
Yeah, I'm. Catalunya is anything like Deep Forest was, is going to be a banger of a finale for the season 2. So I'm looking forward to the finale to season 2. But yeah, with all of that racing that's going on, it's like if it was never a dull moment in that race. It's like you were on seat the whole time.
Yeah, no question about it. It's just exceptional racing from these guys. And like you said, Catalonian for the final, man, it is anybody's chance to take the title for this season's PHG World Series. I'm imagining there is pinned post in the chat if you want to check out the PHG World Series website. Join the PHG Discord, get in there and get a chance to chat between some of the PHG drivers. All of us broadcasters are also active in the PHG Discord, so you can chat with us. Get involved if you're not already. It is an awesome place to learn a little bit about racing and be around some great racing and better people. TK, any thoughts from you, sir?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks again to you, Mr. Casual, and Oak for doing an awesome job. Oak unfortunately had to leave after that first race, but thank you, Oak. Also wanted to shout out Shaggy. The racers are one part of this season, but the person who thought of the combos and all this stuff is Shaggy. And when you have a great combo, you have a great race, regardless of who's in it. So we just happen to have great racers and a great combo decider. So big shout out to Shaggy. This is his baby, and I think he's been doing a great job. Really enjoying this season. But thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for all the donations, the gifted memberships. For liking and subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And we do. So if you guys want to stick around for the credit reel, everybody's YouTube channel, all that stuff, all the behind the scenes people will be there so you can support them. Please go support Slow-Mo at GT Slow-Mo on YouTube, Mr. Casual as well on YouTube. I believe Oak does YouTube as well. And give everybody some love, and we greatly appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so much fun to be around here. It is incredible. incredible. We've got one more race, Catalunya. That's next week, isn't it? Yeah, I think
no chicane.
next
by
week,
the way.
Catalunya, no chicane. So this is not over until it is over. Trust me. On behalf of myself, Mr. Casual, I guess my closing thoughts is TK's thanks for the kind words. It's always so much fun to be around. Check out my channel. We have a lot of fun on there, trying to get some new content coming up. There's going to be some Gran Turismo content coming, which I haven't done in a while, but we're going to be back in the driver's seat before long. Mr. Casual, what do you generally do on your?
Well, the main
Gran
one,
Turismo?
the main channel is just racing game content, but I seen Wreckfest 2 had a brand new content update where they added, I think they added 2 new cars and a brand new track. So I actually just did a short little video of me checking out the new track. I think it's called Cannon Hill, and I tried out one of the new cars. I think it was called Switchback, which I think kind of looks like a Mustang of sorts. And so I was
Very cool.
yeah, I was trying that out. But yeah, generally on that channel, it's like if as long as it's a fun racing game, I don't just limit myself to like a simulator kind of racing game. I was like, if it's a fun arcade game, I'll play a arcade racer like Wreckfest, or in this case, Wreckfest 2.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And obviously, TK's, we see he does a lot of cool stuff. The slot car stuff is one of my personal favorites. I enjoy that. So that's really cool. And you want to talk about a slot car collection? If you want to learn something about that, make sure and drop TK's a message. So TK's, thank you so much for having me. If I had one message for everybody, enjoy your holiday. Be safe on the roads, please. Please don't drink and drive. Watch out for people. Everybody's out having let's make it a great weekend and make sure everybody gets.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone. And I'm gonna go ahead. Or actually, Mr. Casual, do you have that? Do you have my closing words?
Oh yeah.
Before we go to credits, we'll let
Yeah.
Casual
So
take care of it.
before we sign off, as TK likes to do.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. Wheels burn on the track. PHG is where it's at. Roads long and winding, but our team's always grinding. Underneath the starry sky, engines roar, we fly. like a gift, speeding down the lane. Victor's in our name. We win together, rain or shine. PHG forever, crossing the line. Wheels burn on the track. PHG is where it's at. Roads long and winding, but our team's always grinding. Underneath the starry sky, engines roar, we fly. Sweat beading on our brow. Teamwork's the key right now. We win together, rain or shine. PSG forever, crossing the line. Gasoline and fire, chasing every desire. Around the curves we go. Teamwork keeps our flow. Every gear we shift feels like a gift, speeding down the lane. Victory's in our name. We win together, rain or shine. PSG forever, crossing the line. Gasoline and fire, chasing every desire. Around the curves we go. Teamwork keeps our flow. Every gear we shift feels like a gift, speeding down the lane. Victor's in our name. We win together, rain or shine. PSG forever, crossing the line. chasing every desire. Around the curves we go. Teamwork keeps our flow. Every gear we shift feels like a gift, speeding down the lane. Victory's in our name. We win together, rain or shine. PHG forever, crossing the line. Wheels burn on the track. PHG is where it's at. Roads long and winding, but our team's always grinding. Underneath the starry sky, engines roar, we fly. Sweat beading on our brow. Teamwork's the key right now. We win together, rain or shine. PSG forever, crossing the line. Gasoline and fire, chasing every desire. Around the curves we go. Teamwork keeps our flow. Every gear we shift feels like a gift, speeding down the lane. Victory's in our name. We win together, rain or shine. PSG forever, crossing the line. Gasoline and fire, chasing every desire. Around the curves we go. Teamwork keeps our flow. Every gear we shift feels like a gift, speeding down the lane. Victory's in our name. We win together, rain or shine.